Hey guys, what's up? It's Aalyezah. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing a story time because I asked you guys on Twitter, like I tweeted you guys and I was like, okay, vote which story time sounds more interesting. You guys voted for this one. So I know the title seems kind of like Aalyezah, like what happened. This all took place in elementary school. So before this video even continues, you already know my camera's glitching because hashtag and subscribe if you're new because that would be amazing. Like this video if you want more story times because I'll definitely do them if you guys want them. Yeah, we're gonna get into this video and yeah. So this took place in elementary school. I'm now in high school. I'm a junior in high school, so we chillin'. But this was either, I don't remember what grade it was. It was either 4th or 5th grade. I don't remember. But this is 2 story times in one. This happened when I met my best friend at the time. We're gonna call her Daisy because one, I don't remember her name, and 2, if I did remember her name, I wouldn't want to like leak her name. Her Daisy. So Daisy and I met in either, as I said, 4th or 5th grade. I don't remember. But we had majority of the same classes together, so we'd always hang out. Like she was like my best friend at this time. Like we literally did everything together. And I guess you could say she was like the bad influence kind of friend. Like I had one of those. Like she was kind of a bad influence. She would always get in trouble, and I would somehow get dragged into it. Don't know why. Oh, as I was saying, she was kind of like the bad influence. I don't know. I hung out with her at the time. Like we just became best. Basically, it was recess. You know, you had two recesses. You had one one in between classes, and then you had one like before lunch. So this was the one before lunch. So there was already kids at the table eating because, you know, different schedules and stuff. So we were at the playground. We were at this one playground, I remember, and she was like, hey, like, let's jump off the playground. And she jumps off the playground, lands on her feet perfectly fine. And so me being a follower, I decided, I was like, okay, you know, let's follow her. Like, she's my best friend. Like, she didn't get hurt. Like, let's do it. I jump off the level of the playground. My foot lands first and then my butt just squashes it, right? I stood up and like that ankle was pounding in pain. Pounding in pain. I literally couldn't walk. So I was like, Daisy, like walk me to the nurse, and she was like, are you sure? Like I was like, yes sis, like my ankle hurts. So she walked me to the nurse. We go into the nurse during recess and she's like, oh, like you just need ice on it, like it'll be fine. And so I stay in the office of the nurse's office because the nurse's office was connected to the main office. So you walk in the main office, you say, oh, I need to go see the nurse, and then you go see the nurse. So me and her were in the nurse's office, me and Daisy, and I'm over here like crying because my ankle is pounding in pain, and the nurse gives me ice pack and she puts it on my ankle, and Daisy leaves to go, you know, finish her recess because, you know, she wanted to play. And then I'm stuck in the nurse's office with this ice pack on my ankle. And then after recess was over, she was like, okay, like you should be fine now, like go to lunch and eat and you should be fine. Because I guess, I don't know, I guess she thought I just like moved it the wrong way. I don't know, they just thought ice was great. I leave, ankle still pounding in pain. I go to lunch, I meet up with Daisy, you know, we eat our lunch gang. Then we go to class. This was our last class of the day, I think. I don't know, I don't remember what class it was, but we go to class. My ankle is still pounding in pain. Like I was in this class, me and her were like next to each other, and then my teacher comes up to me because I was like crying, but like I wasn't like sobbing, like I was like crying in pain. And so my teacher came up to me, she was like are you okay, like what happened? And then Daisy told her what had happened, and then my teacher ended up taking me to the nurse again, and this time a different nurse like came in. She was like one of the best nurses at the school, and she was like, oh, like why didn't you like call me, like I would have like detected you. So the nurse figured out, she was like, oh, like if it hurts when you move a certain way, like she literally moved it every single direction and it was still hurting. And so they thought it'd be a great idea. So one of these, like, what are those called, wagons, you know how you have wagons where you put stuff in, they got one of those wagons from like the kindergarten playground and they put me in it. So I was sitting in this wagon with ice on my ankle, and they call my mom. My mom's like freaking out because, you know, I'm like dying because my ankle hurt. I ended up going home. I was home, my mom was like trying to figure out what to do because like she didn't know what happened. So I'm just sitting on my bed now, I saw my ankle crying. We ended up going to the children's hospital because I was still a child. So we go to the children's hospital. They ended up saying that my ankle was sprained. They gave me crutches, you know, life was going great. And so I literally only wore one shoe to school while my other foot was wrapped and I had to walk in crutches. It took a few weeks to heal, but yeah, my best friend basically told me to sprain my ankle. The second story is prior to this happening. This was like months after. Basically, you know, we're chilling in class, me and Daisy and our few other friends. We're just chilling in class. recess comes. This all takes part during recess. You know, recess was lit, I guess. We're all chilling on the playground, you know, talking. And Daisy and this other girl, I don't know who this girl is. Let's just call her Ally, because I don't even remember this girl. But this girl goes, hey, like, we should go in the bathroom. And me thinking, I was like, okay, like, why? But okay, let's go. We all go to the bathroom, me, Ally, and Daisy, and then there's just one other girl. And we all go to the big stall. You know how, like, school bathrooms have that one big stall where you could fit, like, 60 people in them? Yeah, we went in that one. It was the last one at the end of the room. So we go into that bathroom, and all of a sudden, you know, I'm just chilling in there because I didn't know what we were doing. I wasn't, you know, told we were going to be doing this. I wasn't told. I didn't have any knowledge. They pull out some paper. Bro, this is so bad. They pull out some paper, and this Ally girl pulls out a lighter. And I'm like, sis, we're in elementary school. Like, why do you have a lighter in your backpack? Like, that's dangerous. I'm standing there all innocently. They start rolling up the paper, you know, rolling. In the back of my head, you know, I could have left so I wouldn't have been brought into the situation, but I was just staying there because Daisy was my only friend at the time and I had nobody to hang out with during recess and I didn't want to seem like a loner. So they started rolling up the paper. They rolled up like 3 pieces of paper because they were all doing it except for me because I didn't want to. So they're all rolling up their paper, and then this Ally girl takes out her lighter and starts lighting the paper. And they start smoking the paper, and I'm standing there so innocently just witnessing all of this happen. And of course there's fire alarms in the bathroom, so as the smoke, you know, starts going into the air, the fire alarm goes off. Everybody hears the fire alarm, all students take cover, go into the classrooms, and then the principal, because I don't know, we were still in the bathroom, they were still smoking the paper. I was standing there just looking at them like, what are you doing, sis? Like, no, like, are you good? So the principal comes in, the vice principal, the counselor, like every head member of the school walks into the bathroom, and we walk out. After a minute, because they're still smoking their paper, having fun, we walk out and they're all standing like at the entrance of the bathroom as we're about to walk out, and they're like, what are you guys doing? So, you know, me being innocent, I was like, I literally didn't say anything. They're all just like, oh, like, we weren't doing anything, like all this stuff. And they ended up backpack searching every single one of us. I was clear, obviously, but I was still standing there. They searched my backpack, I was fine. They ended up searching the 3 other girls, Daisy, Ally, and this other girl. So they ended up searching their backpacks. They found a lighter in Ally's backpack, and obviously she got in trouble because, sis, you're not supposed to bring a lighter to school. Like, that's a fire hazard and dangerous anyways. Like, you're in elementary school, why do you have a lighter in your backpack? They found out that you know, hashtag Daisy had paper in her backpack, and they're like, oh, like, were you guys smoking? Because they found the lighter in Ally's backpack, and they're like, oh, like, no, we weren't smoking. And I stood there being the greatest friend in existence and not saying anything. They ended up letting me go. So as I'm walking, you know, back to class, they ended up calling me back. They ended up taking Ally and Daisy to the office, and I followed to the office. And as I'm walking in, Daisy's sitting down in the front office, sobbing her eyes out. They called her mom. She's on the phone with her mom. She's like, Mom, I didn't do anything. Like, I swear, like, I'm sorry. Like, all this other stuff. Daisy's mom ends up coming a few minutes later. I'm sitting in the office just like waiting to see what happens. They didn't do anything. I was just sitting there because I guess I was like a witness or something. I never said anything because I was a great friend. So Daisy's mom ends up pulling up to the school, and Daisy gets in so much trouble, and literally after that day I never saw her again. Like, either she went home, they transferred her or something. I mean, when I got home I was questioned. Like, my mom's like, oh, like, what were you guys doing? And I told her everything that happened, so clearly I didn't get in trouble. But, you know, after Daisy left, I didn't have any more bad of an influence on my life in elementary school. So that is the time my best friend sprained my ankle and got me in trouble for smoking weed, even though we weren't smoking, even though I wasn't smoking. So I hope this video was interesting. If you guys liked it, do not forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you are new, because that would be amazing. Let me know in the comments if you guys want more story times like this, because I do have more, but I don't want to like put all of them out at once. I'll have my story times playlist linked in the I button too, and in the description, so you guys can go watch all of those, because I do have quite a bit of story times. So yeah, I love you all, and I'll see you guys soon with a brand new video. Bye!